$50 in lineups if you win on Prize Picks.
Hey, we can't argue about next week's gotta go. They got some short. That's it. I mean, this is good. All right, bro, let's just check out, bro. Hey, everyone back up for me. I'm using all my energy to string.
I think that one is hot.
All the above. This is tight. Come on, Luke. Why is that done there? I'm out. I'm waiting for the ball in. Yeah, ball in.
Are you looking for cute single girls that ain't in your area? Just to have a little ivy.
Nobody told you this. Not your teacher, not your dentist, not even the tooth fairy. But it's true. Once your teeth...
But I assume they had to have been, because I've never read something so enthralling. I was never going to kill myself. But it was enthralling to read. It was interesting to read. And it was trying to convince me that my life was effectively over. And that if I martyr myself, I get to go out as a hero because of what the state has done to me, as opposed to being ground down by the state in a war I can't win, to the point where I wish I did it. And that by the time I eventually kill myself, no one's gonna care. So do it while people care. And they mentioned my kids, who no one knows the names of. They mentioned the names of the mothers of my kids. And these fake accounts on Twitter, who pose to be haters, who know everything about the case, everything about my children, everything about the mothers of my children. They are fully fed with the case file. They have the case file. They have all this information who come from these letters trying to give us fake. So they have it every day. He said, Andrew, you're gonna get it. So if you're gonna do anything anyway, don't do it when no one cares. Go out like a hero. You've always been a hero. You can stay a hero for eternity. Just keep them. And then my girlfriends start getting messages. My girlfriends and the mothers of my kids get messages. Leave Andrew. He's only going to drag your life down. You can use the government to get money from him. Go and report him for abuse. Accuse him of abuse. Sue him for money. You can get money from him. Why are you with this scumbag? Why are you staying beside him? His life is over. he's never going to be able to give you a good life. The only chance of a good life is to take his money and go find another man. My main chicks are getting these messages. The mothers of my kids are getting these messages, convincing them. And I know my women love me, but women are susceptible to pressure and psyops. They cry. They come to me crying. Do you think you will get out of this? Like, don't fucking start breaking now. That's what they want. They want you to give up hope. So that you leave. Because they realize they couldn't get to me, so they start going for all the women around me. TikTok accounts of my girlfriend. And making fun of her. She's a whore, she's a whore. One day she'll leave Andrew. Everywhere. And no matter how many times they get deleted, new ones pop up, new ones pop up. That was all funded by an NGO. And we're going to come back to this NGO. There's an NGO linked to Girl A, which we're going to come back to later. Ninja. What was the word in the letter that you interests were repeated? It was different on different podcasts, but I'm going to find one and find you an exact example of it so you can place it here, because every time they'd send me a suicide letter, next time I did an emergency meeting, I would specifically say a word from the letter, an unusual word, so they knew I read it, and they knew I was talking to them saying no. I'd say it directly before or after I told them how I was unfucking phased. Because I tell you something, when your progeny, when your grandchildren come up to you and say, "Why are we brokies, Dad?" If you're looking for a group of men who are on the journey to become the kind of men we talk about, and also men who are already at the pinnacle, the highest echelons of masculine accountability and capability, that's what the war room is. All of these systems which are designed to create good citizens of a respectable society and preserve sanctimonium amongst the populace to be corrupted and gay. But I'm not gonna lie, they got to the women around me. Women around me were more suicidal than I was. Because they're just under so much pressure. Even like, imagine you got my daughter, you're the mother of my kid. And you're living a normal life, you don't have social media. You're a good woman, you don't go to clubs, you don't go to parties, you don't have social media, you don't show off, you're a nice normal woman. And you're getting letters with pictures of, with the name of your child and saying your child's life's over and all this shit. What the fuck? This is the British government, by the way, the good guys. This is the good guys. This is trying to convince women to kill people. They didn't tell women to kill themselves. Trying to convince women to leave me and take my money. Because I'm not gonna kill. This is the good guys, the good UK state. These people that didn't give a fuck about the grooming gangs, these fucking scumbags. It was all from the government. We're gonna get there in the end. That all started after I destroyed the BBC. Because I beat them in their narrative war. And the entire world is just a battle for influence. That's all it is. And I had more influence than the BBC. You can't be one man with 28,000 fan pages with more influence than the BBC, causing young men to stick up for themselves in a state which is trying to extract resource from the young men and ruin their lives. The average man's life in England sucks. It's shit. They pay taxes, they're losing their country, they can't fucking do anything, go anywhere, they just build the roads, and then they're told they have to go die in a ditch in Ukraine. It's over. We tell them to stand up for themselves was considered an act of resistance against the enslavement. So the UK government's like, oh, just commit to the kill. And I, in my darkest hours, I'd lay in bed, I'd fuck my girlfriend, and then she'd fall asleep, and I'd just lay there, and I'd be tossing and turning, and I'd fucking staring at the wall, and night sweats, and I'd just be a fucking mess. I'd get up and start pacing around my bedroom like a fucking psycho, just pacing up and down my bedroom, and I'd end up picking up one of the notes and reading the letter, just pacing up and down. And it's my stubbornness. It was like, whoever wrote this is gonna have to explain to their boss why I didn't do it. So, like, they never got close to convincing me because I'm so stubborn, Jack. No matter how suicidal I would have ever felt, I knew my life annoyed them. And that's when I'd read it, and then I'd be up all night, 48 hours, no sleep. And then I'd go into the garden, and there's a video of me on the Bugatti scooter with Tristan in the garden, doing circles. Please play the video. Because after that night, I was like, they're checking my social media to see, because I got a new letter today, and I haven't posted in 12 hours. And I just had the Romanian news is saying they might have to re-imprison me. And all this pressure's on me, all this heat's on me, and the BBC saying, and the BBC saying bad things, and I'm feeling the heat. They're gonna wait and see what the next thing I post is. Fuck you.
Y'all need to stop doing this one thing when it comes to your money. As a military spouse, I've tried everything to stretch our money in between here.
Fuck you. I'm on a scooter with Tristan. Fuck you. Because I'm stubborn. Now we're making this video. I'll be honest, it was given to me. But I don't believe in mercy. I don't believe my enemies are ever going to have mercy, so I don't ask for it. My dad didn't raise me that way. I wasn't raised to believe that if you're weak enough, people will feel sorry for you. I don't believe that's how the life works. I think you go for your enemies and go, oh, little bitch, please. But if they're destroy you anyway. That's what many people do, usually. They fucking do it. Why didn't you read the letters? So many times. Because they were so well written. They were so well written, Jack. It was a beautiful use of the English language. It was beautifully written. It was convincing. It had all the trigger points. My masculinity, my ego, how I'll be a hero, how we all die in the end, how my life's already over, how it's better for the people I care about, how it's going to be good for my image. Like, it had all the psychologists did a great job. They profiled me, they watched my stuff, they wrote it all down, all the group of fucking psychologists in MI6, GCHQ, they did a fucking great fucking job. It was flawless writing. Do you have a line? I have a letter. I'll make sure you get one. Give it to me. Because they're in a secure location, in case something happens. But I'll make sure you get a letter. And you can read the whole thing. So now I'm in my house. 6 months of house arrest by now. And let's analyze the battlefield before we move on to the next stage. I've been to jail. They failed to keep me in prison because of one honest judge. I'm now in house arrest. I'm telling the truth. Nobody believes them anymore. The victims are on my side. I have more influence than them. I've destroyed the BBC. They're trying to starve me out. But they keep asking me. And the prosecutor keeps asking me. Drags me into the decal office, which I'd have to go to once every couple of weeks and say, you're on house arrest. By Romanian law, on house arrest, you have to explain how you're feeding yourself. Where's your money from? Like, oh, Alan lends it to me. I'm in debt. No, well, I'll put you back in jail. Put me back in jail. Do it. Pussy bitch, put me in jail. Go fuck. Alan lends me money. Alan's like, yeah, I lend him money. Where's your money? Where's your money? Where's your money? Because remember, human trafficking, but they beat the girls on my house up and asked about the Bugatti. Yeah, human trafficking, right? Fucking stealing. So I wouldn't tell them where my money was, so they're trying to starve me out. And if you actually watch, I know you remember. Back then, eventually, house arrest ends. They said house arrest is over, and I put a video up saying, my first free day from house arrest. But I've decided to stay in tonight. Didn't even leave the house on my first day free. Had a nice dinner with my friends. And the next day, my brother and I got a brand new Porsche GT4 RS and a McLaren 765 LT in purple delivered to our house. Why? Rich and shit. They got fucking mad. So we had those cars delivered on my first day. Started driving to Bucharest. Alan calls me, he calls to see you. Surprise, surprise. We go to the office. Where are these cars from? I rented them. They're not rented. They're not mine. Run the number plates. Some genius, some fucking genius, started a rental company in Portugal and bought a bunch of assets under this Portuguese company. And he was so nice, he'd rent them to me for €1 a week. Well, nice guy. Never met him. Don't know his name. So they're like, we need to talk to the rental company. I'm like, go Portugal. The fuck? I'm just renting the car. Here's my rental contract. €1 a week. They get fucking angry because they know we still have money. Under this Portuguese company, was delivered on our first day free. Had a nice dinner with my friends. And the next day, my brother and I got a brand new Porsche GT4 RS and a McLaren 765 LT in purple delivered to our house. Why? Rich and shit. They got fucking mad. So we had those cars delivered on our first day. Start driving around Bucharest. Alan calls me. Decal wants to see you. Oh, yeah. Surprise, surprise. We go to the Decal office. Where are these cars from? I rented them. They're not rented, so they're not mine. Run the number plates. Some genius, some fucking genius, started a rental company in Portugal and bought a bunch of assets under this Portuguese company. And he was so nice, he'd rent them to me for €1 a week. Well, nice guy. Never met him. Don't know his name. So they're like, we need to talk to the rental company. I'm like, Go Portugal. I'm just renting the car. Here's my rental contract. You're a week. They get fucking angry because they know we still have money. And that's all they want, the money. While this is going on, there's DDoS attacks on the school every day. School under attack. But I'm now almost, Jack. I first got arrested in April. Then I had those 3 months. And then I went to jail in December. It's now July of the year after. I got out of jail in March. It's now July, August. It's been nearly a year since my deletion. And I'm still as big as ever. And after the year, I'm like, this must be coming to an end. One night, I'm in my house, and police turn up. But not armed like the last time. Not full SWAT. Just a normal police car. We have to talk to you. My security by now has been improved. I have like 10 dudes with guns. One of them comes in and goes, police are outside, they say they won't talk to you. Do you want to go? Or are we going to fucking have a shootout and make a big issue? I'm like, look, I'm a peaceful man.
Power crunch. Incredibly light crunch. Packaged deliciously. An original power crunch protein. To fuel the energy tank. Crunch. Protein.
Let's see what he wants to say. I go out there and he goes, Andrew? So yeah, he goes, I want you to know I'm a fan, and I respect you a lot. So thank you very much. He goes, but I need to take you to the station. I said, why? He says, there is an extradition warrant for your arrest out of the United Kingdom. So what happens now? He goes, well, we have to go and talk about the warrant. And we have to see if a judge is going to extradite you or not. I was like, okay, so I go to jail? He goes, only for 1 day. I was like, why 1 day? He goes, because either they don't extradite you and you go home, or they do extradite you going home. And you know what? I actually kind of felt relief. I was like, oh, so I might go England and all this Romania crap's over? Because all this case and this bullshit is still ongoing. I'm, still in the court. I still have these court dates I'm going to, which you've seen. I used to walk in and out of court, and fucking the DNG was there and all this bullshit. I'm still doing all this Romanian crap. I'm like, oh, I get to go to England and just fuck Romania off. I was like, you know what? That doesn't even bother me. I'm like, bro, cool, let's go to the station. So we go to the station. They take me there. He lied to me. He goes, yeah, you might go to jail again. I'm like, whoa, that's not what you said. He goes, oh, well, the warrant says that they want to extradite you, or at least jail you until you're extradited. And I was like, okay, so now it's serious. What the fuck is this about? And they said, you have a warrant for assault in 2011. I said, assault who? It doesn't say. I said, where? It doesn't say. I said, what date? When in 2011? Doesn't say. So what does it say? He goes, assault 2011. I'm like, that's it? He goes, yeah, that's it. So I was like, well then how the fuck do I defend myself? It says assault 2011. Assault 2011. Where? When? Who? What circumstance? Male? Female? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He goes, that's the warrant. So you have to see a judge to decide on extradition. You have to go to jail, and we're going to put you in front of a judge tomorrow morning. I go to jail, straight back, you know? It's amazing. You know one of the most amazing things about PTSD? It's how quick you can get it back, and how hard it is to get rid of. You know, it stinks. When I went back in that cell, it was just like, man, if I'm fucking back, I thought, I'm back here. And in my paranoia, I was like, I'm never going to get out. It's going to be like last time, where they say I'm going to leave after a day, and then I'm stuck here for months. And I'm sitting down, and I'm starting to fucking, I don't panic. I don't believe in panic. But I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, I'm going to be fucking stuck here. I'm going to be stuck here again. And then at 7 a.m. in the morning, the guard comes, come on, court. And I was like, well, at least I didn't just leave. So I was kind of relieved. I go for the judge, and the judge was like, yeah, there's an extradition warrant for United Kingdom in 2011, and whatever you do, prosecutor, how do you plead? I was like, well, obviously I plead not guilty, but I don't know what the fuck this is, because you're not giving me any details. I don't know what we're talking about. Can you give me some details? And the judge was like, oh, I'm Romanian, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty empty. This is weird. I don't know. No one knows. Anyway, she goes, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to England? I said, to be honest with you, part of me misses home, but I would like to fix this mess in Romania first. because my reputation's been damaged. So I'd like to fix this mess. She goes, oh, you want to stay in our system? I said, I'm an innocent man. I'd like to fix the mess here, then I'll deal with England. She said, okay. When your cases in Romania conclude, we'll extradite you to England. Until then, you're going to stay in Romania. And the warrant here wants you to be in jail until that day. But I like your attitude. I'm going to put you back on house arrest. So after 6 months of house arrest, I enjoyed those cars I bought for about a week. For now, I'm back locked in my house. But at least I'm not in jail. And the Brits are trying to extradite me. Now, the Brits are trying to extradite me because all of this began, and we're going to see the end, from the UK. The UK Foreign Office, when they deleted me from everything and wiped my phone, wrote to the Romanians and said I was an unchecked source of influence, which started the prosecutor entering requests for warrants on the exact same day to get me arrested. I get arrested, I go to jail, they're slandering me on the BBC, but because of my affiliates, I have a larger voice than them. I get out of jail and start doing podcasts and telling the truth. Their narrative is falling apart. They send Lucy Williams with a setup. Lucy Williams gets wrecked. Now their entire narrative is collapsed. Everyone's on my side. I'm a hero. The UK panics and says, extradite, get him, and send an extradition warrant. Which is fair. But I'm back in my house.
Because Romania doesn't work anymore for them, because there's a chance.
Romania,
Can't even speak.
I've always just been
Can't even find myself working out.
They're not the handler. Romania is just where I was, and they're corrupt.
Do you think they were surprised that you got out in Romania?
100%. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. And to be honest with you, between you and I, Jack, of the 280 judges, if I didn't get that one judge, I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
I might still be there now.
Novig, trade and predict sports.
Think myself.
Install it now.
Been trying.
Diagnosed with Crohn's
At least I can
disease
say
and
that,
struggling
I
with your
tried.
symptoms, it's not too soon to talk to your doctor about Entyvio for moderate to severe Crohn's and learn about the results
I tried.
including
Feel me?
rapid symptom relief and long-term remission.
I'm busting my
Entyvio
ass,
is the
so
only
at least I can
gut-focused
say I
treatment for
tried.
Crohn's that helps block
Keep it
inflammation in the gut and works right where you need it. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of liver problems and serious infection. Although unlikely, PML, a rare brain infection that can result in death,
It's not
cannot be
okay.
ruled out. Your doctor may test for TB. Tell your doctor if you are prone to or have an infection, sores, or flu-like symptoms. Learn more about the only treatment for Crohn's that works right where you need it, and ask your doctor about gut-focused Entyvio, including the Entyvio pen. Gut-focused Entyvio.
The only judge in the system who everyone knows is her. I could still be in that room. Wonder what I look like now. Wild, huh? So that's where we are. So the UK tries to extradite me. They need